Motion is spilled. Case number 021. Objection, Mom. The bench calls Judy and Elaine. A Mother's Day special.
Welcome back to Motion to Spill, everybody. I'm Sarah Young, a co-host, and I'm joined by the Meghan Rogers.
It doesn't have the same ring.
Yeah.
Oh, it does.
No.
The Sarah Young.
And of course, our producer extraordinaire, Tim Beeman.
Who is today the Honorable Tim
That's
Beeman,
right.
producer, presiding judge, and the only person in the room who can't be cross-examined.
That's right. Okay, so this is not a normal episode in honor of Mother's Day, which we're a few days late on that, but we're joined by the two people who are the most responsible for the existence of this podcast. Maybe not financially. They don't know anything about an LLC, but they know us, and they're the women who shaped us. So
And made us from scratch.
that's right. So moms, just some ground rules before we introduce them here. Moms, you may not invoke the fifth. Everything is admissible here. So without further ado, I want to introduce my mom, Judy, the woman who gave me my work ethic, my stubbornness, and sometimes apparently my voice, because sometimes people say I kind of sound like her, or at least say the same things that she does. But, you know, imitation is the highest form of flattery, even if it is unintentional. All right.
And my mom, Elaine, who is probably my biggest fan.
I don't know. That's probably debatable.
No, my mom really probably is my biggest fan.
All right. So, moms, can you say hello?
Hello to everybody.
Hello. Okay. So just real quick, what did you think this podcast was going to be when I first told you about this, Judy?
I actually had no idea, but I figured you were cooking something up.
Okay. All right. And what about you, Elaine? What do you think about the podcast, or what was your first thought whenever Meghan told you that she was doing a podcast?
This is going to be, Mom, you know I'm right type situation.
Uh-huh. Okay. And are either of you nervous to be on?
No.
No,
Uh-huh.
no.
Yeah, we knew you'd say that.
As long as you can't see me, I'm good.
Oh, Mom. Okay.
They are both beautiful women.
All right. So,
I get to go first.
Judge Beeman, introduce the segment.
So this is the court calls the witnesses, correct? And
This
then-
is segment 2, cross-examination.
Oh, cross-examination. Mom takes the stand.
Oh, geez.
So exhibit 1, childhood evidence.
And so I get to question Judy.
Oh, great.
So, Judy, what is the one thing Sarah did as a kid that told you she was either going to be a lawyer or run a gang?
Did you say or run a gang?
Yeah, because she was going to do one or the other, because I've never seen somebody take charge so fast.
When she was in kindergarten, that's 3K kindergarten, her teacher, of course, helped her write it, but she wrote a paper about how she was going to be an attorney.
Oh,
3.
oh, Sarah.
Wow.
Okay, so Judy, what argument did Sarah make as a child that you secretly thought was correct, but obviously could not let her know?
Or admit.
Or admit that she was right.
Oh, let's see. Maybe she was a big Nintendo fan back in those days. Nintendo was popular.
Yeah, I was.
And she thought she needed to play it like all the time, during dinner, whenever that she chose to play.
Okay, but what
What
argument
argument did she make that you actually were like, oh, that kind of makes sense?
Oh, but this is boring. That's what she would tell me. So whatever it was I wanted her to do was too boring, so
And
she needed
like-
to play Nintendo.
She's like, yeah, well, you're kind of right about that, but
You kind of have to eat dinner. I know it's boring.
yeah. But as I got older, I got more into sports and stuff. So, that fades. But okay, my turn.
That's
Elaine.
true.
Elaine, Meghan is co-hosting a podcast with an attorney. Did you see this coming, and are you concerned?
Actually, kind of, yeah. I really thought that Meghan would always be in the forefront, whether it be podcast, radio, television. Meghan was always she had to have the right outfit, could never get dirty. She was always, she would tell her brothers what to do and put them in line, and you do this now, and you say this. She would even change their clothes into whatever she thought was more appropriate.
Why does that not surprise me? At the same time, you and Meghan, you and Sloan really are kindred spirits, because that child loves an outfit change.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of did.
Okay. So,
Oh yeah, even with bib as a baby, if her bib got dirty, she would pull it off.
heaven forbid you have a dirty bib.
No, that was not acceptable.
Okay, so Elaine, what is something Meghan does now as an adult that is 100% your fault?
I would say that would have to be when some people say things, she always has a pretty good response. So she does hold control at times, but other times she just, lets it go, just like her mother.
That might be accurate.
Mama Judy, we are so lucky that we did not share that characteristic, right?
True.
Yeah.
It's your lie.
Sure.
Tell it how you want to.
Sure. Okay. And if you've listened to the podcast long enough, you know that Meghan has a flair for the dramatic. So, Elaine, what is the most dramatic thing Meghan ever did as a child? What that you can think of?
Oh God.
Oh my goodness. Everything was drama with her. If God forbid, if she woke up and when she started getting, a pimple, that was the end of the world.
Oh my word.
Yep. She was very, literally a regular little drama queen, as in always wanting to put on plays. She had her brothers. We homeschooled. So she would make her brothers dress up in whatever era we were studying, like Colonial, Williamsburg.
Oh, I
stuff.
love that.
And she would she did that, and that she would orchestrate the whole thing. And if they did it wrong, she would correct them and say, no, you need to say it like this.
Okay. All right,
It's
then.
true. You could ask her brothers.
Okay.
Well, brother.
What say you, Tim?
I think that
This has been enlightening.
you're both guilty as charged.
Okay, so round 2, redirect. The moms strike back.
So Judy now gets to ask Sarah whatever she wants.
Give her a couple examples.
Yeah.
Okay, so you could ask her if she's ever going to slow down. Do your clients
I know the answer
know
to
you when
that.
you're at home?
Yeah.
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 I don't think she's ever going to slow down, but I think she might redirect some of her energy. And is that possible, Sarah?
To redirect some of my energy, well, as you are well aware, Mom, I do suffer from a bit of ADHD, so I have a lot of energy to spread around to things. So, so yes, I do have a bad habit sometimes of like having a lot of different hobbies. Like I'll pick them up, put them down, pick them up, put them down. And, I have a lot of ideas for things and I'll be like, oh, I want to do this. But, I don't think that I'll ever really slow down per se. Well, at least not in the near future for my career. But
can I interject that your hobbies are that of an 80-year-old woman?
So?
Okay, just was on.
Hey.
Oh, I am so
let me just say
excited for my
one-
mom to move here. You guys are going to have the best time crocheting and sewing and
knitting, cooking.
Yeah, you love all of those things.
Well, you can
Let me
have
just
the
say
gardening.
one other thing to Sarah. If there is a time frame, it's 60 minutes and an hour. Will you ever be able to work within that time frame, no matter what you're working on?
Object.
Overruled.
I object again.
I have spoken. Overruled.
I don't appreciate the insinuation that I can't complete tasks within a specific time.
Judy, do you know what we call it at work?
Sarah.
Sarah
No
time.
idea.
Sarah time. We're like,
Yes,
oh,
that's it.
this
That's
is Sarah time.
Absolutely
You know
right.
what?
That's absolutely right.
Time blindness is a real thing, okay? It certainly is.
Yeah.
Time ignorance as well.
Time ignorance?
Yeah.
No, just time blindness. I get wrapped up in things. I throw myself into things and then sometimes lose track of time. And it doesn't actually, and I don't realize.
You also grossly underestimate how long something will take
That's
you.
what I was just going to say. Like sometimes I forget, oh, well, it's going to take me like literally 2 minutes to get to this place that I have to be at in 5 minutes. And then it takes me 25 minutes. So yeah, I suffer from that a bit. Okay. So let's flip the script here. Elaine, what question would you like to ask your daughter? That you don't mind other people knowing the answer to. Let's qualify that.
Yes, I know. Let's see. Are you ready to be a grandma and slow down on getting any more children?
Absolutely,
collects them.
100%. I am so done. I mean, if I still had a uterus, it would run and jump in traffic at the idea of having another child. I do not want any more children. I love all of them. I do. I love them, but I do not want any more. But I will absolutely love being a grandma. Judy makes it look so much fun.
It's hard to imagine.
It is. You never have to worry about them being sick, changing a real poopy diaper. You don't have to do any of that stuff anymore.
Really?
Now it's all about really.
I think my mother would object to that one. Because mom definitely helps me out a little bit whenever Sloane's sick, or she definitely changed her fair share of poopy diapers.
I don't know why my mom said that. My mom changed so many diapers. But it's not your responsibility.
I'm not saying that you won't. I'm saying you have a choice.
Oh, I see.
And when they get really overtired and stuff, you can just, because you took them out for ice cream and and they're all piped up, and then you get to take them home.
Unless they're spending the night.
Yeah, but you don't do that when they spend the night.
No, never. And now that I'm a great grandmother, I've only changed Zeke's diaper one time. Man, when that kid has a blowout, he has a blowout. Only one.
Some children have a knack for that. Okay, so we're going to do a rapid fire round here.
Hold on.
Oh,
Do I get to rule on this?
sure.
So, in the case of Sarah, on the redirect, having ADHD is a constant redirect. So, I find you not guilty by reason of inattention.
Okay, I like it.
Meghan, you're done having children, but you are, I find you guilty
Of
of
collecting them.
wanting to be a grandmother.
I am.
Because as a soon-to-be grandfather, I know I'm excited hell about that.
I'm excited for baby B, and I have no connection.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
All right. So rapid fire, sustained or overruled?
So sustained is true and overruled is false.
So this is going to be quick, funny, no elaboration needed.
Okay, I get to go first though.
Fine.
Because it's a Judy question.
Okay.
All right. So Judy, did you always know that Sarah would end up being in charge of something?
Yes.
Sustained.
Okay. Elaine, have you listened to every single podcast episode?
Yes.
Really? Okay.
Really? Yes.
Okay.
Sustained.
All right. Judy has given Sarah unsolicited legal opinions on her own legal options.
Or opinion.
Or opinions.
Or opinions. Sorry.
Is that a yes or a no, Mom?
Have you given
Yes.
Sarah unsolicited legal opinions about her own legal
Yes.
opinions?
Yes, she
Definitely.
has.
Sustained.
Okay. Elaine, have you texted Meghan during a recording session? Or Elaine has texted Meghan during a recording session?
I don't know if I did or not. I try not to bother her at work, but sometimes she works such long hours, you can't help that.
She does.
Yeah. So we're going to go with,
Probably yes.
no contest.
There you go.
Probably yes.
Okay, so both of you, have you Googled your daughter's names to see what comes up?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's actually a surprise to me.
That's a big, in all caps, sustain.
Okay, Judge Tim.
I
What else?
think-
They were truthful?
If it would please the court.
The jury or the judge has come to his decision. I think your mothers love you both very much and check up on you, but they understand of, sometimes you're your own challenge as you were their challenge.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
I rule in favor of the mothers.
Well, we're all mothers, other than Tim, but
I've been called a mother.
So we all win?
Yes. And I like the fact that both our moms love the extra letter H.
yes, I appreciate that because
Yeah.
we both have the H's in our names. Okay, so we're gonna
That's correct.
ask a few other questions. I'll start.
Okay.
Mom, this is Judy. What did
Yes.
you think being a mom
Okay.
was going to look like, and what did nobody warn you about? She's stumped.
I don't think anybody tried to warn me about anything, actually. Remember, we lived in Miami, and I worked with a lot of Latinos,
Mhm.
and they like big families,
Oh yeah.
big families.
Okay.
And they always told me, you've got to have more than one. That just didn't work out for me, but they were supportive in every way.
Okay. So what's something you did that you thought was right at the time, but that you do differently now?
Right at the time, I was always right.
Oh,
Yes.
of course. How dare I forget that? Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right.
And on that note, Meghan, your turn.
All right. Elaine, what is the thing you most want your daughter? And I just want you to know I'm her only daughter. She stopped at perfection.
Well, so did Judy.
Exactly.
That's right. She got it right the first time. So
Yes.
she went on to boys.
And so you know what? With me, I found out what causes that, and I was like, "This is the one. That's the only one I need." So let's just go with that.
So what's the thing you want your daughter to know that maybe you don't say enough?
that I don't say enough? Gosh, I'm a very expressive mom, so I do tell you I love you all the time.
Sustained.
Do I tell you that I'm proud of you enough?
I think so. You're probably one of the best cheerleaders in the world. Like, if you want to tell somebody good news, you need to call my mother, because she doesn't even care if she doesn't know you. She's going to be like, that is so amazing. I'm so happy for you.
Cheerleader vibes. I like it.
She does. All right.
That's true.
All right. Is there something about watching us build careers and lives that surprised you, good or otherwise?
You or
Talking.
just you?
Are you talking
or
to me?
are you talking about?
I actually
With
would
your
love both
brother
of you.
or what?
I would love Sarah and I. So I would like you both to answer the question.
Okay. Okay, say it again, the whole thing. So I get.
Is there something about watching us build our careers and lives that surprised you in a good way or otherwise?
It surprised me. No, because you talked about law when you were like high school age. I guess what surprised me is when you went to the Navy.
Yeah, that kind of did everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I knew that you'd either have your own business, there would be, which you've done that already. No, so nothing you have done has surprised me at all.
Okay.
And I always told you, whatever you want to do, you can do it.
Yes, from the time I was like knee high to a grasshopper. The only thing that's limiting you is you. All right, Judy,
That's right.
Is there something about watching Sarah build her career and her life that surprised you?
It didn't really surprise me, but I was glad when she hired someone who likes to socialize and network, because from the time when she was really little, she would stand over in the corner with a blanket over her head.
Oh my God,
and
Mom.
then tell me she had no friends.
Mom.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm a bit of an introvert, but I definitely met my match with the extrovert that I hired named Meghan
Oh, yeah.
Rogers.
So,
You-
Judy,
you
yesterday
guys, you two, yeah.
we were at
wait,
the
let her finish.
club.
She was going to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
She was going to say something
I
nice.
think the two of you complement each other nicely.
I think so too.
Yes,
do.
I agree.
Okay.
The yin to my yang. So yesterday, I took Sarah to the country club for birdies and booze. So it was with the golf pro, and it was like these lessons. And I probably only hit the golf ball 4 times, but the rest of the time I talked to all the other women, and then I created a giant group chat, and we're all going to have dinner together and play golf and do all these things. And Sarah's like, why? Why, Megan? Just why? And I was like, don't you remember when you hired me for networking? I made all these friends.
Yeah. So now all of a sudden I'm in a group
That's
chat.
exactly.
I'm in a group chat called Ladies Golf with 8 other women. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know these people.
She's looking for her ducky blanket, Judy.
I am actually.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So,
All right, for both moms, you want to do the next one?
yeah. So for both moms, what does Mother's Day actually mean to you at this stage of your life?
I don't know. That's a tough one to answer.
It is. I think it's mixed feelings because when my kids, the 3 of them, they were all had jobs and dating and stuff. I made a rule that you have to come home for dinner every one Sunday a month, and they grumbled, and but they would come, and I would say, "You're gonna miss this. You're going to want to get together with me and your siblings, and it's just not going to work out because you all have different lives and you all have different obligations, and you're really going to miss this." And we do. I've heard Meghan tell me that, and Trevor. And if Kyle was still here, he would say it.
Yep, life is short. Life is short. All right, Sarah, are you ready to put him on the spot?
Sure.
You didn't even know how much more you were going to be put on the spot today.
Oh, well, I suspected. But I'm a glutton for punishment. I did this to myself, and I realized that I take full responsibility. Because my mom's always right, as you know. Okay. So, Mom, thank you so much for everything that you've done for me over the years. You're amazing. My biggest supporter.
Aww.
Okay, she's crying over here.
We may need a recess.
Oh, we'll get one. We're going to have Tessa and her mom in a minute.
But yeah, Judy is definitely Sarah's biggest fan. And I have had the privilege of getting to know Judy a lot since Sarah's decided to have so many surgeries last year.
Yeah, I decided to have those.
Yeah, she did.
It was totally elective. Both of them were so elective. And my extra hospital stay, so elective as well. But anyway.
But from, us helping out with Sloan and Sarah and Travis and their lives, I've gotten to know Judy a lot better. And I've gotten to hear some of the super sweet things that she says about her, and she is definitely her biggest fan. And I think you did a pretty good job, Judy, because she's a pretty awesome gal, and I'm glad she's my boss and my bestie.
Oh,
You did
thanks.
an amazing job.
Oh,
Okay, so now my mom's crying. Okay, Elaine, Megan's turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully she won't cry like 10 seconds in like I did.
She's not even started yet, and I think it's getting ready to happen.
So, yeah. I love that we can edit.
We won't.
Mom, we've had a complicated relationship over the last couple of years, but I'm so glad that you're moving back. And I'm really excited to get to spend more time with you.
Oh. She has been talking about it nonstop, Elaine. She is so excited for you to move back.
And
I am too. I am too.
Okay. We'll let you off the hook, Megan. We're going to take a brief sidebar here. And you're still going to be on the line because I'm about to put you both slightly on the spot. But in honor of Mother's Day, we're going to talk about a few legal documents that
because it is a legal podcast.
Yeah. All right.
Legally, it is.
So the documents that every adult needs: power of attorney, the financial power of attorney. It authorizes someone you trust to handle financial matters. If you can't, what happens without it would be your family members may have to go to court to get authority to act, even for a bank account. There's always a misconception that your spouse can handle everything. Not always true, especially if the account's in your name only. So, Judy and Elaine, do you have one of these?
I do.
Of course you
That
would.
was actually, no,
Elaine?
I actually got that all prepared before you were in the business.
I'm aware.
But so that means that
No, I have a will, but I didn't do power of attorney.
Well, we'll take care of that whenever you're in this state. But
Because it's only North Carolina, North Carolina, North Carolina.
that's right. Well, and also, just because you had it in the past doesn't mean it's always going to suit your situation. Not necessarily talking about our moms, but
Right.
situations change, and you can change the power of attorney, and or you can add people, you can take them off. I do that with my healthcare power of attorney. I've done that a few times. But okay, next is the healthcare proxy. In some states, it's called the healthcare power of attorney. It designates who makes medical decisions if you're incapacitated, if you can't make them for yourself. So why it matters is without it, providers may default to a decision-making hierarchy that doesn't match up with your wishes, or worse, to nobody. It's different from a living will. This means a person, not just a preference. And have either of you ever had a conversation with your daughter about what you want in a medical crisis? Is my question.
I think we have had this conversation
I think we have two.
because I do have a power of attorney. Yeah, I do have a power of attorney for health and financial. And I've also been told, because Sarah is much more thorough than most other attorneys, that I need to get it redone because things have been left out.
Well, I have the capability.
And I'm a notary.
That's right. That's
There
right.
you go. Well,
Elaine, do you have a healthcare power of attorney?
No, I've told my children,
Yes,
that
she has
I
told
do
us what she
not want
wants.
to be.
Well, worst case nightmare scenario, and I handle guardianships, so I can speak to this. If something were to happen and let's say Elaine sets foot inside of North Carolina, and something happens. She has a stroke or she gets hit by a bus or something, and a medical decision has to be made. Well, worst case scenario would be Meghan and her brother would have to go to court if the doctors won't let them make decisions on her behalf. And she would have to be declared incompetent, whether temporary or otherwise. And then, she loses her rights. She's determined to be incapacitated or incompetent. And then she would have a guardian. That's worst case scenario, but sometimes we can avoid that. Sometimes we can't. But again, Elaine, we can take care of that once you're in the state. But
Yeah.
okay, so here's a bonus.
So I have to say, Sarah, I love you, but you scare the hell out of me sometimes.
Sorry.
I know.
I have all kinds of like nightmare situations. When you see this, so even before law school, I was an insurance adjuster, so I have seen some things. Okay.
Wow, okay.
All right. So I want to talk about the beneficiary trap real quick before we add in our bonus guests. So here's a quick one. Did you know that your will does not control everything? Judy,
Yes.
Elaine, okay.
And how do I know that? Because you told me.
Okay, got it. Great.
Yeah.
She's been adequately coached. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so
That's leading the witness.
Yeah, so retirement accounts, life insurance, payable on death bank accounts passed by beneficiary designation, not by your will. So if you haven't updated your beneficiary designation since one of the big five, divorce, remarriage, death, birth, relocation, that might be a problem. Check your beneficiary designations like you check your smoke detector once a year. This is a suggestion. So
No excuses.
So
Right.
if this episode does nothing else,
Right.
we hope every listener will text their mom this week and start this conversation.
okay, so we're going to take a brief recess and we're going to call actually Judge Beeman.
They're already there.
They're already there waiting.
So Judge Beeman, I would like to call Tessa and April and moms, if you'll stay on the line.
Okay.
Hello. You are in the courtroom now.
A motion to spill.
A motion to
What did I
spill.
do?
Is this April?
This is April. How are
Yay.
you?
Hi, April. And Tessa, are you on the line?
Not yet.
Yeah, it's both of us.
There you go.
Okay,
Together.
so Tessa is currently an estate administration paralegal at the firm, but she just recently passed the bar and got sworn in. So she's an attorney now. Yay!
Yay!
Wow.
Yay! So congratulations, Tessa. So before we...
Thank you.
So Tessa is someone who works with me every day. She's probably heard more estate planning conversations than most attorneys have at this point. And since she just recently became an attorney herself, we are so proud of you. And we wanted to have you and your mom on real quick onto the podcast. And we know she always has a lot to say.
Court is warned.
She does have a lot to say. You're talking about you, not me, Mom.
April, we've been told that you might just be a little bit proud of your daughter right now. Not that you're not
I'm
always.
so proud of my daughter.
Oh,
She literally has wanted and been interested in law since she was itty bitty because her grandfather was a lawyer. So that's always been her interest. And so to see her finally just achieve that dream, and it's like a weight is lifted. It's just like, there you go. She worked for it. This has been her whole dream, since little. I'm talking 3-4 years old. It's all she talked about was she wanted to be a lawyer like her grandpa. So
cute.
And he passed away, so he wasn't able to see her do it. But I know in spirit he's here, so it's all good. But yeah, we're very proud of her. So proud of her.
Okay, so I have to ask.
Now, if I get in trouble, I'll just have to make sure it's in North Carolina so she can represent me.
All right, so April is in Virginia, but she does come into North Carolina. They have property here, so it could happen. But anyway, was there ever a moment?
No. Let's say it doesn't happen.
Okay, yeah, let's hope not. So, April, was there ever a moment where you thought that Tessa might not make it to this point, and how did you get her through?
No, I knew she would do it because
Aww.
she internally wanted it. You can't stop someone who naturally wants something so bad, and she's wanted it truly so bad.
Oh,
I mean, her high school, she started interning at the courts, and she worked for a judge and things like that. Like, I knew she was going to be here. I knew it was just a thing.
Okay.
And I thought, and there's times that I thought, if she takes a little right, like I know, after tech, I know she, started working for a law firm in Northern Virginia, and just because I think experience to see if she really wanted to do it would be good. So she, did that for, I don't know, a year or so. And I knew and I thought, well, once she sees what it's really like, is she still going to want it? But once she said she's going to law school, I was like, oh, there you go. Like, it's just, we know. It's just, no, I never doubted her.
Okay.
I just didn't.
So let me ask you this, April, what is the funniest or most very Tessa thing that happened during her journey to becoming an attorney?
The funniest or the most Tessa thing
Yes.
that happened to her through her journey?
Yes.
That scares me.
Well, no, it doesn't, because it's just a thing between her boyfriend and me. Is when I come to visit Tessa, I'll say I'm going to come in for a night. So now the secret is it's an Airbnb for Mama, because I literally end up staying a week or two. So we just have this thing where we just kind of laugh because we know that Mama's not leaving for a while. So it's just this thing. And I think through law school and through studying for the bar and all this stuff, it was when I come to town, Mama's staying. Like, it's just an Airbnb. So we call it Mama's Airbnb.
Okay.
And so it's just this little private joke that we have, and we giggling through, and I just do whatever she needs done around her apartment or whatever she needs. And I try to stay quiet and all that, but nope. Then we stay up kind of late, and she unwinds then, and we do our laughing. And Tessa's like, truly, and I say this all honesty, she's literally like my best friend. So
Aww.
We giggle and laugh so much and so hard, and that I think she giggled and laughed through it when she was the most stressed.
But now that I've passed, she's like, oh, well, you don't have to study, so I'm not bothering you. I can just keep staying. That's what you said last time.
Uh-huh.
I did say that. I'm like, now that you don't have to study anymore, when I come and stay, I don't have to be quiet, and we can stay up all night and just do our thing. And now, it's like, now it's over with. I don't have to be quiet. Yeah, so they call it my Mama's Airbnb when I come in, because I don't leave. I don't leave.
So funny. Okay,
I'm like that unwanted guest that doesn't go home.
So Tessa, let's get you on the record and let you speak for a second.
The court calls Tessa to the stand.
So Tessa, you work in estates every day.
Oh, on the record.
You've seen clients who have everything in order and clients who have nothing. What's the thing you wish people understood?
Honestly, not even about what people have together and what they don't. I just wish people understood that it was a process and that it takes a little bit of time, even though it's a difficult situation. I know it's hard, but I just wish people knew that it took a little bit of time. It's not going to happen in a week. So even if they do have their stuff together, it still takes the court time and us time to file stuff.
Absolutely. And that's one of the biggest things we do in estate planning on the front end before someone dies is you try and make sure you have beneficiaries on everything that you can have beneficiaries on. You've got all your boxes checked, I's dotted, T's crossed, and you have a will in place. And that does make things easier, or a trust or whatever is appropriate for you. So
now, Tessa, we're going to put you on the spot again.
Yes.
Do you have your core 4 in place?
Remind us what the core 4
are.
are.
The core 4 are the durable power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, HIPAA, and living will.
Mm-hmm. Silence is
Are you talking to me or my mom?
You, I'm talking to
Tessa.
you. Tessa, do you have your documents in place?
No, I don't have any in place.
What?
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
You work in a law firm and you're an attorney and you don't.
Okay, we're gonna make sure that that's taken care of this week. Okay, no worries.
I know, it's so crazy.
It's okay. It's okay. I cut you slack this time. We'll get that taken care of. But anyway.
All right. So my question to you, Tessa, is what is it like having your mom as your biggest hype woman? Because I don't think you could get bigger than April on being your hype woman. Is it helpful, overwhelming, or both?
That's so true. It's mostly helpful. It can be overwhelming.
I heard that mostly.
I was actually saying this earlier to Sarah and Meghan, Mom, because people have asked me before if I'm an only child because of how supportive you are. And I'm like, no. And believe it or not, she's just as supportive as my brother, for my brother. So that's just how you are. So
it is.
It's overall helpful. I know that I can call her at any time and she'll just, even if it's 2 a.m, I know she would just leave. So it's helpful and it's really nice because as I'm getting older, I realize not everyone has that.
Absolutely.
All right. So April, you get the last word here. What do you want to say
Yay.
to your daughter that maybe you haven't said enough?
Well, as you know, my personality is a lot different than Tessa's because she is the calm in my storm. And I think lawyers are that. So when Tessa was talking about the process and it being, if you have a problem and being a client, you have to realize that it's all a process. Well, a good lawyer, I think, would be the calm in your storm. And so me being a big personality, and yes, I like to talk and I like to carry on and stuff, Tessa just needs to listen to her mama. Like, that's my best advice. Just listen to your mama. But I think with Tessa,
Elaine and Judy.
Tessa, I think
Elaine and Judy, how do you feel about that?
I think just listen to your mama. Your mama knows best.
Yes.
That's my biggest advice. But with Tessa, she is the calm in my storm. So, like, I will be in a store and we'll be there for one purpose, and I will find 20 things before I get to that one purpose. So she's the one that drags me and says, nope, not right now, Mom. Nope, not right now. Let's go right. We're only in here for this one thing. So she's that calm. And the way Tessa looks at problems is different than mine. She approaches them in a wider lens, so as a lawyer would. And we come in as a client in a narrow view. We have that one issue. When lawyers look at it as a wider lens, and Tessa's so good at that. And that leads you guys to being a good calm in that storm. So you have to trust your lawyer.
Oh.
You have to trust them. And you have to know that they're the calm. So you give them your problem and then you can walk away, and you have to trust them to work on that. In that wider lens that we as people that come into a law office, we just want a closing, or we just need this will done real quick. Like, we don't want to spend and do all this stuff. I know when my husband and I worked on a trust, it was a bigger deal than what we thought it was going to be and stuff. We wanted it to go quicker, but then we just leaned on the attorney and was like, she's the calm. She'll work it out. We just give her the information. And I think people need to realize they see the bigger lens where we come in with this narrow thing, and it could be something that's a problem or issue or whatever. We want it fixed right then, where lawyers look at the whole problem, not just that one little area. And I think that's where Tessa is super good at doing. Super good at it.
I agree.
April,
And always
really
has
good,
been.
Mom.
So April, as a mom who just, helped their baby get out of passing the bar and getting through law school and all of that, what is some advice that you'd give to a mom out there who's watching their kid try to do something so big like graduate school and get into their career?
Every child is so different, and you know your child. And so what they don't speak is what you have to pick up on. So being around them, you're able to see if they're struggling or what their needs are. So you have to make an effort to be around them. And even if you're, 1,000 miles away, you need to touch base with them and listen to the things you don't see and give support. Just be there, just get support. And know that, just like a toddler, when they fall, they get up, and it's okay. They're supposed to fall and get up, and they know that if they struggle to get up, mama's there, right? So we're going to do whatever we can to help pick them up, but they've got to go through their struggles, and we just there to support them and just be there. But you got to watch for what they don't tell you. And I think that's true with any child. It's always in what they don't communicate to you. That's so important to watch for as a parent. That's truly what I think. And as a teacher, that's always one of the things that I would always look for as my students is the things that's changed in them that they're not speaking to me, in behaviors or patterns and stuff that might change.
Okay.
Well,
and then
April,
you know how to support
you are
that.
welcome
Once you
back
notice that.
anytime. This court finds you entertaining, credible, and completely in contempt, but also in the best way.
Yes.
Yay, no jail time.
Okay. So thank you so much, Tessa and April. Thanks for joining us. We'll let you go now.
Court is back in session.
Okay. But our moms, you're not off the hook yet.
Okay, bye. Thanks for having us.
Thank you guys.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So your Mother's Day action item. 3 things every listener can do this week. Number 1, first and foremost, most important, always, always, always call your mama. Call or text your mom or whoever that person is for you. Number 2, ask about her documents, power of attorney, healthcare power of attorney, and her will. You don't have to ask her what her will says. That might be a little too much, but just ask her if she has one. But definitely ask her if she has a power of attorney or healthcare power of attorney. If she doesn't have them, help her get them. It's not about death. It's about love. For those for whom Mother's Day is complicated, we see you. This episode doesn't require a perfect relationship to be relevant.
Absolutely. And definitely, if your mom is still here, enjoy her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because not everybody still has their mom.
So Judy and Elaine will give you each 30 seconds if you want it. What would you like to say to the listeners? And it could be something you'd tell every young woman, every new mom, or just every daughter.
Cherish every single day, whether they do something that you wish they wouldn't, or you get to cheerlead for the things that they're doing. But your children are definitely a gift from God, and unfortunately, we don't always appreciate it. And you miss them when they're not around.
Okay, Judy, your turn.
In addition to that, parenting is a journey. Parenting is a journey. It's let me see how I can say it. First, yes, I can.
You can text me, Mom, and I'll read it. It is.
Okay, parenting is a journey, and it's not always easy. But be appreciative of everything that you experience with your daughters or mothers. That's it.
Okay. Well, Judy and Elaine, you've been both incredible witnesses and incredible guests. I hope that the court, Mr. Beeman, finds you both credible, compelling, and only slightly embarrassing.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for being on here.
Thank
and thank
you.
you so much for raising us into the women that we are.
Yes, thank you so much.
We couldn't have gotten here without you.
Absolutely.
So In conclusion, those were the closing arguments there. In conclusion, the court finds all three mothers amazing. The three mothers that were on here.
I gotcha. It's like, wait a minute.
Amazing, supportive, and like I said in one of the other sections here, completely love and support their daughters. Any daughter should be lucky to have that kind of support. And as we have also said, even if it's not 100%, a great relationship, you still have that relationship if they're here. Make sure you follow up on that. And it's important to have the things that Sarah had mentioned earlier as well. So this court is adjourned. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, including the two people in this studio and the hosts of this podcast, to my mother, to my wife, who is a stepmother, which I think is just as important as a real mother. And all the
Sometimes
mom,
harder too.
oh yes, and to all the mother figures, the mothers of fur babies, those count. Those are important. Happy Mother's Day to you all. This episode is adjourned.
Awesome. No, you know what? I think the moms like the mic. We're not ruling out a sequel.
Well, let's do
So
it.
stay tuned. And in the
Okay.
meantime, go call your mama.
Indeed.
I'll see her tomorrow. That's good enough.
Quick reminder, while I am a lawyer, I may not be your lawyer. This podcast is designed to educate and entertain, not to provide legal advice for your personal situation. Every legal issue is unique, and good legal advice requires knowing all the specifics of your case, which I don't have from a podcast. If you need legal help with a legal matter, please consult with a qualified attorney in your jurisdiction who can give you personalized guidance. Thanks for listening, and remember, no attorney-client relationship is created by tuning in.
This is Motion to Spill. All rights are reserved. So this podcast is ours, not yours. We made it, we own it, and we copyrighted it. So don't steal our stuff, don't copy it, share it commercially, or don't try to pass it off as your own genius. If you want to use our content for something, just ask us, like a normal person. We might say yes, and we might say no, but at least you won't be breaking the law. Seriously though, unauthorized use of this content can get you in legal trouble, and no one wants that kind of drama. And I mean, come on, she's an attorney. Don't mess with her.